Hello, we're here today to help you out with some low back stuff. Ironically, we're not going to really touch the low back, we're going to do everything surrounding it. So we're going to start with the glutes. So grab either a foam roller or some sort of firm ball, baseball, tennis ball, whichever works. We have a lacrosse ball. I'll go ahead and demo this on the foam roller. So I'm going to roll out my glutes. So you pick a cheek, any cheek, plop on down on the foam roller. I'm going to go ahead and lean on the glute that I selected. And this is one way where you're right here. If this is plenty of pressure, you can go ahead and roll the surface area right here. If you can take a little bit more pressure or your roller's a little bit soft, you can go ahead and pick the leg up if you're able to comfortably place it on there and then really rotate onto that glute and rolling back and forth. So basically I am trying to cover as much area as I can. So if I've got the balance, I'm even going to come all the way to the hip and roll back over here. What this would look like on a ball, which can potentially be about twice as potent. I'll show you on this cheek. You're just going to go ahead and pick a cheek, plop on top of that ball, and start rolling. This could be true on the ball and the foam roller. You might find some spots that really take your breath away and are nice and spicy. So what you'll do there is target those spots, squeeze your glute as hard as you can against it for about 10 seconds. And then once you've squeezed for 10 seconds, you're going to try to relax all at once. The muscle still kind of might tense up and kick you out. So go ahead and relax for a second, roll around, and then squeeze again as hard as you can for 10 seconds, and then trying to release. Usually giving it about 2 to 3 of those squeeze and releases will kind of help trick out the muscle into giving up and breaking up for you. So this one, I always suggest going by feel, but if you need a timer, I would say at least 2 minutes on each glute.
All right, moving on to a hamstring stretch. We're gonna use a band today, so you don't have to put that knee on the ground this time, so it should help with less impact on the knee and just weird, awkward positions with your hips possibly. So what we'll do is we'll take any size band. It doesn't really matter how thick it is, as long as you can kind of, even a rope would work. You're gonna go ahead and take a nice, easy seat on the ground. If I have a thicker band like this, I'm gonna probably double it up. You can make it single, it's up to you. But I'm going to double it so I have a handle on each side, and then I'm going to just position it right in the middle of that foot. Once I'm there, I'm going to go ahead and slowly lay back. You can keep the knee bent for right now, and then when you are ready to stretch, we're going to go ahead and extend that knee as much as we can. This other leg is going to be nice and flat, trying to keep contact with the ground with this leg. And then we're just going to go ahead and pull the leg back to your liking. There is no special spot. It is per person on this stretch, so just take your time. If having the knee straight is too much pressure on the back side of your leg, bend the knee a little bit and pull back more. You might feel a better stretch through the hamstring. Again, we're not trying to get it through the knee. You should feel the stretch more through here. So if you feel too much pressure there, bend your knee and then pull it back a little bit more. You might get a better stretch out of that. Once you hang out here for about 1 minute to 2 minutes, we'll go ahead and switch sides, and then you'll be done with that hamstring stretch with a band or any kind of rope.
This next stretch will be on the ground as well, and this is going to be for the SI back here. So imagine kind of like a little triangle back there, and when we do this stretch, we're basically trying to expand that space there. So everything we're doing pretty much beats down. You're going to feel this near the end, the bottom of the back here, end of the spine, near the tailbone. A lot of tension back here is very normal. So what we're going to do is just try to increase the space here by laying on our back. I want you to think of your 2 big toes touching each other if you can. And then I'm going to let my knees drop to the side. And I'm just going to lie here and breathe. You may or may not feel the opening back there, but visualizing does help you understand what we are trying to get here. If you would like, you can take a hand and increase the stretch a little bit. You are also welcome to move those feet up and down if it does change your stretch. So everyone's gonna be a little bit different. So all you're gonna do is you're just gonna hang out and chill for about 2 minutes, thinking of good breathing. In for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, out for 4 seconds if you can keep up with that tempo. And then be very careful bringing the knees back up to the top. Stack those big toes again and let the knees drop over to the side, opening up the other side for 2 minutes.
All right, we got one more thing for you guys to do. This one's going to be a quad foam roll. You can do this a number of ways, but we're just gonna grab just a good old fashioned foam roller, but you can use a rolling pin or anything else if you want. But for right now, we're gonna show you how to do it with the foam roller. So how this is gonna go, you're just gonna go ahead and place that foam roller on the ground. And then as we start this thing, we wanna think about that top of the hip part in the front, and then we're gonna work our way all the way down the knee. So we'll start from the top and then we'll work our way down. When we work our way down, sometimes we will go side to side on the foam roller, and then sometimes we will go up and down. We'll kind of switch the directions every now and then, I'll let you know. For now though, we're gonna go ahead and put one hip on there if you can, just put a little bit of pressure. Again, your hands get to determine how much pressure you want on that hip. I'm gonna go ahead and let as much of my body weight take its course on that hip. And then I'm gonna start rolling up and down. Nice slow movement. And again, I'm gonna take about 2 minutes on each leg, 2 to 3 minutes, it just depends. And then once I get that up and down direction, now I'm gonna start from where I started and go right to left as I go down the leg. Once I hit that spot, then I'll start going up and down again. Again, as much or as little pressure as you want. And then we'll go ahead and go side to side in that position. And then we'll go ahead and go up and down. And again, I'm just working my way down to my knee. Once I get down to the knee, I can work my way back up. And that's gonna be about 2 to 3 minutes per leg, and that should loosen you right up.